Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode.
Look at this going. All right. Here we go. All right. We're doing a mic test. Is it coming through? We'll try it one more time. All right. Whoa. Hello. All right. Mic test is working. Everyone can hear me? If you can hear me in the back, give me a whip, whip. All right. One more time. Give me a whip, whip. There we go. All right. I love it. Well, once again, everyone, thanks for coming tonight. This is actually a party about each and every one of you who showed up, stayed up, and got up really early in the morning for the early morning workout. So first and foremost, just give yourselves a round of applause. You really did a lot of hard work and really with the contribution to get the results you're going. Now, tonight is actually celebrating each and every one of the challengers. The plus ones get to come for the free food, but the drinks are not free, so sorry about that. But if you are a challenger, you put on the clothes, you kick the bags, you lifted the weights, challengers, just stand up. We're going to celebrate you first and foremost. They're going to work with the instructors. So we're going to give you some celebration. Challengers, stand on up. We're here for you. It's your party. You did the hard work. So look at that. What an amazing crew. I love it. Excellent. You can all take a seat back down. Some are introvert, some want to hide in the corner. We're going to let you do that in a moment. Now, to make sure you had the classes that you needed to get the results that you got, we had to have some amazing instructors to get here along the way. So if you are an instructor, you put on the mic, you are getting paid by doing this, I want you to stand up. There's going to be a handful here. So instructors, exclusively stand up and let's celebrate each and every one of you. We love our instructors. They're with Sparrows Apparel. I love them. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much. You can take a seat down. And we got one more group of people that going to get a little love and attention tonight. Now, the instructors, they like to show up. They sometimes show up on their own time, but the people that make sure that everything flows smoothly, it's the shift leads, it's the managers, and it's our head GM, actually, that makes this all happen. So if your title is manager, shift lead, John, Amy, and Platzen, we're stand up. You all get some praise too. I love it. Awesome. We can go ahead and take a seat. Everyone, hey, thanks so much. This is definitely a group effort. There's a lot of things that go into making tonight special. And I could say the soapbox all day long, but they don't pay me to do that. They pay me to do other stuff besides dance on stage. But I just want to give you some takeaways from all of this. We live in a pretty crazy world with election season coming up. It's easy to get distracted. There's going to be podcasts, news, just crazy stuff going on. And to slow life down, to realize, okay, I need to take some time for myself. Everyone has a light bulb moment. For me personally, mine was actually a handful of years ago, back in 2015. I was just taking a shower, getting ready for the day, and I looked in the mirror, and I did not like what was looking back at me. It sucked. I was a little over 200 pounds. I was not the gym guy that I used to be, and I panicked. And actually, it was October 13th of 2015. I went for a 1/4-mile run around Lake Harriet in Minneapolis. And when I say it was a run, I was huffing and puffing. It took me about 10 minutes to make it a 1/4 mile. And just for reference, that's slower than a walking pace. So it was awful. It was not a victory lap by any means. But the next day I was able to make 20 push-ups. It took me about an hour, but just a little something. And over time, just made myself a priority. That's my personal story. There's a lot more to that journey. But every person that stood up on that challenger session, every instructor, every manager, they have a story that is going to be very unique, very different. But everyone had that moment of, oh my gosh, life is happening to me, not for me. Something's got to change because this is not my best me. So everyone has a story here, and that's part of why we have the social gathering for the first hour of our 2-hour shindig tonight, is to give a chance to tell your story, to get used to telling people, hey, this is my moment. Now is my moment. And in a lot of situations, folks will realize, okay, people around me are seeing that I'm not the old me. It's usually the loved ones at home, like your spouse, your loved one, your whoever. And if you got kids, they're probably going to see you're showing up differently. And eventually it's going to be your coworkers, the cousins, the crazy mailman, that everyone's going to start, something's different about me. And it's easy to see the transformations. We're going to see some amazing before and after photos tonight, some incredible stats. That's always the highlight. But the biggest commonality that everyone in this room has that you don't see is the mindset shift. Something clicked to wake up at, hey, what time do you wake up in the morning? Something clicked way back. When was that? When did you start your 3 a.m.? What was that? Like 3 years ago? May of 21. We're coming up on 3 years. 3 years. That's math right there. 3 years. Something clicked to realize I'm going to get up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. If you're in the 9 a.m. session, you started waking up at 8 a.m. to do the workouts. You did something too. Everyone here had a brain shift, intentional or pushed out of the house, but someone said, you got to change. And it's easy to say, oh, it's the pictures, the testing. It starts in the head. And that is the common shift. Everyone who is here had that moment, and that's where it starts in your brain, in your mindset, your self-talk. Most of us have negative 90% of the time. Then it shows up in our activity. The long-term thing is going to show up in your nutrition. So the journey is not over, and there's more to come. I'm going to finish up with 2 quick points, and then we'll be all set to go. A lot of folks in here will have the why me? Why did I miss the promotion? Why do I have this sickness? When you switch to how am I going to work with this? How am I going to work with the genetics that I've got? The salary that they're not paying me enough. How am I going to work with what I've got, good or bad? That is part of that switch. And each and every person in here has that moment. It's usually around when your mindset shifts along the way. Final point here. I know today's a Saturday. We're not open on Sundays ever, so don't worry. We're not letting you back into the gym tomorrow or the studio. But I want to tell a quick story from Emmitt Smith, actually. If anyone watched Emmitt Smith play football and you're one of those oldies, yeah, that was when football really started with the Cowboys. America's team, maybe no longer. But anyhow, famous football player, world champion, phenomenal athlete. After they won the Super Bowl, there was a reporter following Emmitt Smith around. He said, all right, Emmitt, you won the Super Bowl. Now what? He was in the middle of his bench press. He was working out. He said, well, now that that's done, I'm going to go take a rest. Finished his rest, put the barbell back on the board. Wait about 2, 3, 4 seconds. Got back under the barbell, cranked out another set. True story. The reporter says, Emmitt, what the heck are you doing? You're a champion. There's a parade. You're an all-star. You have everything you can get. He says, my rest time is between sets. The work is not done. I'm going to go win again the next time the door opens. So with all of that, tonight to celebrate the wins that we have so far, I want you all to have the mindset and the practice of an Emmitt Smith. On Monday, the relaxation of the weekend is over. It's time to hit the studio, hit the bags, and keep the momentum going. Let's go. Thanks for coming out tonight. Let's have a great party.
This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.